Welcome, everybody. I'm Brian Wright, and this is our BuyMax introduction afternoon session. We're going to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about BuyMax, what we do, what we can do for you, and introduce you to some of the key people on the teams. So we've got a lot of slides today. We're going to go through some of them kind of fast. We are going to answer questions. We want to save some time to answer questions at the end, but along the way, feel free to ask your questions through the chat button. One of us is manning that, and we'll address your questions along the way wherever we can, and if not, we'll address them at the end. Let's start with some introductions. I'm Brian Wright. I'm the head of BuyMax Group Purchasing and Private Brands. We've got with us today Brian Sarno, who's the director of Private Brands, and Claire Perry, who's the director on the sourcing side, plus our extended partners, Vineet Grover and Steve Medcroft. For those of you who are not familiar with BuyMax, BuyMax is a group purchasing organization. We are part of Authority Brands. Historically, BuyMax was helping some of the three brands within the family, the Ben Franklin, the 1 Hour, and the Mr. Sparky's. And as we've grown and as Authority Brands has grown, we have broadened the things that we do and are starting to serve more brands. And that's one of the reasons we're here today, to start to share with you how we can help you and your brands, even if you're unfamiliar with us. Our primary goal is to help you, the franchisees, make more money. Historically, BuyMax has had two areas of focus. We put together preferred vendor deals, or we would negotiate deals with vendors on your behalf for the best price, the best deals, the best warranties, possibly rebates, or some combination of all of those things. And we've been doing that for a long time. The second area is private branded products. So we provide private branded products that are a little unique, a little specialized, not easy to shop online, not easy to find in the local Home Depot, for franchisees to sell to their customers. And we've been doing that for the Mr. Sparky's and the 1 Hours and the Ben Franklins. And as we figure out the right opportunities, we'll broaden that to the other brands. The two big new areas where we've added capabilities, because it is such a significant cost to almost every franchisee, is fleet and communications. So the team's going to talk to you about what we can do for you with our fleet solutions and what we can do for you with communications. Plus, we'll touch on the third area that's another big area of spend for all of you, which is insurance. We'll give you just a quick preview on that. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Claire Perry.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you for joining today. As Brian mentioned, the preferred vendor pillar of BuyMax is effectively your outsourced procurement department. So the sourcing team, there's a range of experts within the team, and they day in, day out negotiate preferred deals with vendors across all of the different categories in BuyMax and across all of the brands through Authority Brands. So what we're trying to do here is ensure that you don't have to think about this burden in terms of negotiating with your vendors day in or even annually on different contracts, etc. The team are here to ensure that those terms and conditions are put in place, are effective, to allow your business to focus on what that needs to do, and that is to maximize your revenue and sell the products and services that you deliver to the market. Our team also help out with cost reduction proposals. We also look at P&Ls and help you identify lines of cost that can be reduced, as well as obviously supporting you with maximizing your profit, either through preferred vendors or the use of private label services and products as well. We are a dedicated team to you. It doesn't cost you a penny to use us. So please do feel free to reach out to the sourcing team, and we can set you up with a range of vendors. And in the future, in 2021 Q1, we'll be coming to you with new vendors which will support your brands on a focus level. So right now we're just transitioning in and obviously allowing you to learn a little bit more about BuyMax. And as we do that, we'll work with you and your operational teams to ensure that we have the right vendors that you need in order to perform at your optimum level. So with that, this is a range of preferred vendors that we have secured in 2020. Some of these you may already know. Some are pending signature at the moment, still in negotiation. But the thing here is to show the vast breadth of the preferred vendor pool. A couple of the vendors on here will be no use to you, and we totally understand that, and that is because we originated through Ben Franken, 1 Hour, and Mr. Sparky brands. So the likes of Goodman and Bradford White, Mitsubishi Electric, etc., are focused on those brands. But that's important because we will do the same for your brands as we transition into 2021. If I take away those vendors that are focused on those 3 brands at the moment, you'll see that there's still a range of vendors which will be great for you to review. Some of these you may already use. If it's not through BuyMax, then we may have deals in place that will help you create immediate cost savings, especially with the likes of Career Plug in this case, and also some of the insurance vendors and fleet vendors as well. So I would encourage you to at least get in touch with us, and we can help you with any of these on here, and also anything that you're using their competitors for, and allow us to do an RFQ, allow us to show you the advantages that we can deliver as the BuyMax sourcing team. So again, all of these are available to you. Just reach out and we can set you up and move forward from that. Some examples of some savings are here, and we will speak about communications and fleet in a bit more detail in a minute. But for now, I just wanted to focus in on potential health insurance, for example, where we start at $35 an employee with no employer contribution. This is through a vendor called Franchise Benefit Solutions. It's one that has already been released to all of the brands, but they've picked up a lot of business through these deals. So I do encourage you to check them out. In addition to that, Career Plug and CrimCheck in recruitment and background screening fees. There's a big saving here with Career Plug. And for those who aren't already using them, the general market price is $2,500 for their annual subscription, and we can provide this to you for $490 a year. So again, a great discount to take advantage of, and they can help you with all your recruitment needs. It doesn't stop though. This is a continuous improvement. The team are continually challenging the norm. We're rationalizing as we move forward and creating better and more improved relationships with those vendors to ensure that we can continue to gain advantage in the market and continue to give you the best in market prices available out there today. As Brian mentioned, we are finalizing a model for insurances right now. These insurances include the likes of GL, property, workers' comp, auto, etc. And are with a range of different vendors. Some you may have already used or use now. These are the likes of Gallagher, Jacobs, Aon, etc. And by the end of this year, these vendor numbers will be filled with names. We are just finalizing contracts right now. We are in pilot phase. So if any of you are currently renegotiating your policies, then please feel free to reach out and we can put those through the panel now and show you what we can do with regards to creating some savings from those policies. So again, this is an option available to you. Minimal effort. We only need your current policy and your copy of your loss runs. And then we can do all the work for you and come back to you with a range of recommendations. So again, it's a great little model. It's working well where we've piloted it so far. We've created circa 30% savings on at least 7 of our franchisees that we've been working with. And then there's other options as well. So again, please take advantage of it. It doesn't cost you anything to do so, but again, maximum benefit can be delivered. On that point, I'm going to hand over to Brian Sarno, who can tell you a little bit more about our private label pillar.
Hi, everybody, and thanks for being here again and talking with the BuyMax team. So my portion of the business, we handle the private brand products. We work very closely with you, but also with Claire and her team to identify products that are going to provide you and you higher margins for your business overall. We like, with working with Claire's team, we're here to help save you money on key products. But with the products that we offer, they are also really exclusive products. They're higher end products. They're unique products. They're things that are not easily shopped by homeowners in the marketplace. So they're not going to be able to find this on the on Amazon or in a big box store. The other thing is they're going to be very high quality residential product that you're going to leave behind, and it's going to have your company's name on it or the brand name on it so they can reference back to you. This year we launched the BuyMax.com website. We're very proud of that. It has a lot of our products on it, and as we're adding products through all the brands, they're going to be located here on the BuyMax website for you to easily purchase. As you're aware from what Claire said, we've focused mainly on 3 other previous franchises, but we are continuing to look at new opportunities. In fact, we were presented with an opportunity by the Mosquito Squad that we're currently investigating at this time frame and working closely with the vendor. And we hope to have some updated information for the Mosquito Squad on a brand new product that would be available for you to install in your customers' homes. I have 4 regional account managers that report to me, basically divided up Northeast, Southeast, West, and central part of the North America. And I'm more than happy to share them with you so that you know who your key contact is. But again, you can reach out to me anytime as well. Next slide, please. So the uniqueness of the private brands is the private brand products are differentiators in the marketplace. Again, there's really no copycat products out there. They're very unique that you'd be able to promote these products with your end users. What makes it unique is that, again, the customer is not able to price shop this in the marketplace. The product comes packaged and labeled with your franchise's names on it, meaning Mosquito Squad, 1 Hour, Mr. Sparky, Home Care, Watch, Cleaning Authority, Ben Franklin, etc. Also, the franchises private market these products as well, promotional material in the marketplace. But then there's national campaigns as well from social media that take place on our private brand products. Next slide. One of the other areas that we're able to help you is the 4 regional managers. In conjunction with our vendors, we conduct training on a regular basis. In the past, literally 6 weeks, we have conducted over 24 training sessions for our franchisees on not only technical aspects of a product so that your employees or technicians out in the marketplace are able to sell the product and know the technical aspect, but also how to sell the product. So a sales training. Why is this beneficial for the customer? What makes it easier for them to sell when they're out there with their end users? So this is unique as well, that we're able to help you and partner with you to make sure that you have the technical knowledge, but also the sales knowledge to be able to market this to your end users. It lets you better understand the product and why it's superior to other product out there. But then it also helps to motivate your sellers, because what we've seen is every time that an employee or technician has had specific training on the products, we've seen spikes in sales over 90 days afterwards. So this is another benefit that the BuyMax team helps to offer you and your team. Claire, back to you.
Thanks, Brian. Okay, so some of you may have already been on fleet webinars in the past. We did launch this service about 4 weeks ago. So thank you to those who have already reached out, and to those who haven't yet, hopefully we'll see you in the not too distant future, because there are a lot of deals here for you to take advantage of. So in essence, this is the fleet life cycle, right through from buying new equipment, new vehicles, right through to disposing of those vehicles at the end of their life. We can say with some with some likely significance that we believe we are the most flexible one-stop shop out there in today's market. We're fully scalable, so you can use this as little or as much as you like. You can have one or you can have 10,000 vehicles. It does not matter. Every service is here for you to benefit from. So on that, the reason why we say it's flexible is because you don't have to use all of these different services. You can use them on an a la carte basis. So if you just need to replace a windscreen, you can give us a call or send us an email and we'll give you a code, and that allows you to take advantage of the Safe Light deal, for example. Or if you would like a fuel card, this is probably one of the main areas for us right now. We're seeing a lot of activity in people wanting fuel cards. These are customized to your brand. So again, there's a lot of different ways that you can take advantage of BuyMax Fleet. So on that point, I'm going to hand over to Vineet Grover, who has put a lot of these deals in place and can take you through some of the discounts that are available to you today. Vineet.
Excellent. Thanks, Claire. Good afternoon, everyone. You know, having built this program with complete optionality in mind for all our franchisees, let's begin with the most full service module available to each one of you. So we selected Mike Albert Fleet Solutions, who's a top 10 fleet management firm that can work with you on all facets of your fleet, from an assessment of what an optimized fleet should look like for a business of your size, all the way to managing your entire fleet through each vehicle's life cycle. Mike Albert does business today with about 60 of our franchisees and has over 400 vehicles in service with the Authority Brands portfolio. And they can take care of your fleet through this process of plan, build, and manage, giving you as a business owner time to grow your business instead of spending all your time on just taking care of your vehicles. And you'll have access to dedicated account managers, detailed reporting and insights, full maintenance management, telematics, and even all the way to liquidation of your vehicles at the end of their respective life cycles. And it's just a few dollars a month, so you basically end up having a fully outsourced, pretty cost-effective fleet management solution, whether you've got one vehicle or 1,000 vehicles. And we'll be happy to work with you to put a full service program in place. But on the other hand, to Claire's point, if you want to take advantage of some of the services a la carte, you have that option as well. And so let's talk a bit about some of the deals available for those that don't want or need a full service program. And on this slide, we can begin with an overview of just the fleet discounts that are available to you across multiple makes and models. So we have programs with most major manufacturers, including GM, Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Chrysler, Alfa Romeo. We have programs with BMW and Mercedes-Benz, and recently added Toyota to the portfolio as well. And some of the programs are quite popular and attractive. I mean, I'm talking like $8,900 below invoice on a Chevy Express 3500, $10,000 below invoice on Ram's 1500 Quad Crew. And if any of you are interested in BMW's supercar, you'll receive $22,000 below invoice on the i8. So whatever your interest or business need may be, we have a portfolio of manufacturers that are willing to provide fleet deals, and we're constantly working to onboard new manufacturers. You know, you'll even receive additional gift card incentives if you purchase from Midway Ford or Randy Marion, who are two of the largest dealerships in the country. So now let's talk a bit about upfit and graphics. So if you choose to source your own vehicle, we have a portfolio of graphics and upfit providers available to you. And we've negotiated fairly aggressive pricing and back-end rebates for you with Signature Graphics and Schneider Graphics. And we've put volume discounts in place with Adrian Steele and Dejana for your upfit needs. And as you can see, there's more graphics and upfit providers that are in the pipeline to be added. So even in a self-service model, we can have you up and running with your vehicle purchased or leased at a discounted price with discounted graphics and upfit. So now let's quickly take a look at maintenance and repair. So we continue to move forward in the vehicle's life cycle. You'll see we've got an array of maintenance, repair, and tire options available to you as well. And BuyMax we've been working on a portfolio of national providers to start, but now we're working with local providers to ensure that all of you have plenty of options within your respective regions. So you'll receive discounts and rebates with AMCO, Jasper Engines and Transmissions, Meineke, Discount Tires, Valvoline, Safelite, and many others that are still being enrolled into our program. But notably, we added a mobile maintenance and repair provider with the addition of Wrench Fleet to our portfolio, allowing you to not only save money, but also save vehicle and technician downtime. So stay tuned, more options to come shortly. Let's move over to our most popular program, which is our Comdata Fuel Card. So we've selected Comdata as our official fuel partner, offering you a 1 cent to 8 cent discount at most gas stations, giving you flexibility to fill up at your favorite pump. In addition to those at pump discounts, you'll also receive a 0.7% rebate on all purchases at national chains, including Citgo, ExxonMobil, Shell, Valero, and even a whole bunch of regional chains as well too, including Easy Mart, Quick Trip, QT, Sheets. And Comdata's technology platform will allow you to control which card can be used for which purpose, whether it be just gasoline or oil changes. It's absolutely up to you. So with the fuel card, you'll not only enjoy fuel savings and rebates, but in the end, total visibility and control of your fuel spend through Comdata's technology and reporting. Finally, let's touch base on telematics, dash cams, and GPS. Now, telematics, we understand, is an important part of driving efficiency in your business, and we've established relationships with multiple providers, whether it's the world-class Geotab platform or even leading competitors like LinksUp and Samsara. We want to ensure optionality at your fingertips. So you stay tuned for additional preferred vendors being added, and not only to telematics portfolio, but across all our service segments within BuyMax Fleet Solutions. And so with that, Claire, I'll hand it back over to you.
Thank you, Vineet.
Yep.
Very well delivered. Thank you for that. Yeah, as Vineet said, there's a lot of deals here. There's a lot of moving parts. We're continuing to add vendors to the mix and ensuring that we can help you in every region across the US, as well as every fleet need that you have. And just to finalize this fleet section, I want to make sure that you're aware of a couple of options which have come to light in the last few weeks, which have really supported franchisees with their financial needs. And one of those is recapitalization of their fleet, where they're currently with the likes of Enterprise or Merchants Fleet or other fleet solutions. We've managed to transition fleets over to Mike Albert and release cash sums to those franchisees to help them out. So again, there are a lot of flexible options here, a lot of creative options to suit your needs, your individual needs. So again, please do not hesitate to give us a call. We're here to support you with any of these fleet needs. And again, it does not cost you a penny to use these services. So again, please reach out and we'll be happy to help you on an a la carte basis, or as we've already said, on the full fleet solution as well. Everything is available to you at every size and for every service. Thanks, Vineet, again for that.
Yep.
So the fourth service pillar that we've launched today is BuyMax Communications. Communications is something in the past that we haven't really focused on in terms of IT, devices, phone services, etc. But we realize that it is a heavy cost to a franchise. And therefore, we've come up with this solution where we have a team of experts to help you with any of your communications needs. There are 4 questions here, and we think they are in line with what you require in order to get the best and most effective, most cost competitive communication prices there are. On this, we have Steve Medcroft, who has joined us today to discuss more about the communications offering. But again, this is brand new as of today. It is a work in progress. We have a lot of partnerships with a lot of vendors in this service. And I have every faith that we can deliver recommendations for any type of communications, whether it's your wireless, your cell phone bill, or your contact center, or live answering services. We have it all. So again, please look into this and reach out with any of questions that you may need. So Steve, I'm going to hand over to you now to explain a little bit further on our communications service.
Thank you, Claire. The best way to think of BuyMax Communications is as a consultant resource for you, or a help desk. So we see communications technology broken down into 5 different categories, and we want to be a resource for you whenever you have projects or concerns or questions in any of these categories, to get help with recommendations, with a second look at how you're doing things today with this technology, and to help you implement any changes or growth that you need to handle. Wireless and mobility, the first area of communications, cell phones, tablets, these are critical pieces of infrastructure for the modern franchisee, especially franchisees who operate a business where there's a lot of field staff. In wireless and mobility, the cost savings and efficiencies are around managing that portfolio of technology well. It is really easy to order service and get someone set up with a new tablet and put a line of service on a cell phone bill. It is less easy to make sure that it is the best plan for you, the right plan at the right price. It's less easy to keep track of every device that's out there, who has it, how it's being used. It's less easy to catch problems before they become financial issues, like who's using too much data and blowing their data plan, who's using the device for too many personal things, and you're using up or consuming business resources. So we often get calls for help around wireless when the questions are, am I paying too much? I'm having problems, and what should I do to solve these problems? And can you help me organize my spending in this category so I better manage it? And there's a lot of vendors who can help us in this space, and a lot of recommendations we have for you on how to achieve cost savings goals as well as operational efficiency goals. Internet access and carrier services, now we're talking about the infrastructure that connect our business offices to the rest of the world. Internet access is not just about who do you get internet access from and is it the cheapest option. It's a little bit about how do you design internet access for your business to make sure that it is the safest, fastest, most resilient, and most efficient for how you're using it. For a lot of businesses today, they are depending more and more on cloud-based infrastructure, cloud-based business tools like Office 365 or Successware, or applications you might be using that are based out in the cloud. And internet access becomes your most critical piece of infrastructure. So making sure that your internet access is reliable, dependable, resilient, and can't take you offline and shut your business down is a critical question that we get asked a lot. How can you take a look at how we have our internet access designed, make any recommendations for how we should have a failover circuit, technology in place that protects us from ever being offline. Same with carrier services or the phone lines that plug into your business phone system. There's lots of new technology to make things faster, more efficient, and more cost effective. The third area of communications technology we work with clients on is the phone system itself. A lot of small businesses, small and medium businesses, have phone systems, physical premise-based phone systems hanging on a wall that provide you with your multi-line phones in your office, the phones that ring when someone calls the business. The world now has a suite of technology to replace those business phone systems that's cloud-based. lot of you may be already on VoIP phone systems. So our mission here is to either help people with premise-based phone systems move to the VoIP world and make sure it's cost effective, or if you're already in a VoIP platform, to see if it's the most cost effective for you or the most efficient for how you're using it. So a VoIP to VoIP conversion. So we want you to call us when you need to look at how you're using your phone system and know what the options are. Contact center technology is like a phone system on steroids. It's a phone system that's optimized for groups of people who are handling your communications with your customers. So do you have 3 or more appointment setters or customer service people? There's technology out there to optimize the way calls are handled and routed to those people, and give your callers additional options besides waiting for the phone to be answered by whoever's available. So we can work with you on, if you have multiple appointment setters, multiple sales staff, multiple customer support staff, and you want to organize them using technology, that's when we want to get a call so we can work with you on what's out there in the market and how to use it. The final pillar of communications technology for franchisees is the live answering service. So if having a team of your own people dedicated to answering calls and converting calls into business for you is not the best path forward, and you want to outsource that function to a third party, there are some amazing options for you to partner with a contract answering service that is dedicated to the franchise business, that knows how to answer your calls, help your customers navigate your services, and convert those that interest or that opportunity into business for you. So those are the 5 ways that the communications desk, the BuyMax communications desk, can work with you. And that's proactively or reactively. If you're just setting up a franchise and you look at this world of vendors out there, and you know you need to set up a phone system and you need wireless service for your employees, and you need internet access for the office, and you're just looking at this marketplace with hundreds of options, we can help you navigate that, select the options that are right for you, enter into agreements with those vendors for you, get you implemented up and running. If you're an existing business and you're struggling with any area of your communications technology, we know that it's a daunting world if you just Google internet access. So we're here to help you navigate it, clarify exactly how you want that technology to work for you, and then leverage the marketplace to deliver multiple options for you to choose from. What's the next slide? The process is pretty simple. You reach out with a need, or in response to a promotion that we're going to send you to talk about some of this technology. During that call, we just identify exactly what it is you want to accomplish. Do you want to have us audit your wireless spending and find ways to save you money, to cut that spending down? Do you need to move off of a phone system and into a VoIP-based system? So we identify exactly what the need is. We'll work with you on going out to the market and identifying options, come back to you with best fit recommendations. And once you've chosen from the options the right path for you, we'll work with you on implementation, so project manage, to make sure that it gets installed, what you purchased gets installed, it works the way you want it to work, that you're getting everything you needed. And then we'll even audit the first bill with you to make sure that the billing's in line with what your expectations were, and provide you with support after the service has been installed. There's quite a lot of good examples of how a little attention to communication spending can yield results. So there's 2 kinds of results. The cost savings results is all about really looking at how you're spending and how you're using the technology, and either finding you a better partner because you're not on the right plan or not with the right partner. And in one case, we're working with Authority Brands Corporate on their wireless spending. And if we've worked through the program with them, and at the end of the day, there's a 50% reduction in their wireless spending cost just by better managing and better right-sizing the plans with the right vendor. For small franchisees, it might be getting off of VoIP technology and reaping the cost benefits of moving to a low-cost VoIP carrier and away from a high-maintenance physical phone system. With some clients, it's about moving from a current platform to a new platform and reaping savings. So really understanding how they are using their current contact center technology, for example, and moving them to a contact center vendor that is a lower cost option for them. So yes, we can share success stories with you, but it all starts with what your interest is. What line item on your P&L are you looking at that you want to address? And let's have a conversation about it, and we'll share some success stories and some possible paths to either increase your operational efficiency or get you some cost savings. And the last slide for me, I think. The other thing that you'll be seeing from us, besides our availability to work with you on the things that you want worked on, is to go and talk to vendors and try to come up with promotions specific to the franchise ecosystem. So trying to get package deals or plan information out to you so that you can proactively take advantage of some of what the market is offering businesses like yours right now. Wireless deals, VoIP phone system deals. We're working with some managed IT vendors to scope managed firewalls and packages of equipment for startup franchisees. So lots of proactive work is happening right now, and you'll see promotions from us around communications technology, pre-bundled and pre-thought out for you to take advantage of.
Great, thank you, Steve. That's really helpful and a good insight into what communications is going to bring to Authority Brands franchisees moving forward. I must reiterate one point, the wireless and mobility. I know there's other areas more technical, probably more cost associated, but with the wireless plans, I know there's at least 10 franchisees in transition right now, where we're moving them from their current provider to another provider where they can utilize multi-SIM carriers and are achieving really good significant savings, in most cases above 35%. So again, please reach out. There's a lot of work that's gone into this by Steve, and Steve, thank you to you and your team for putting these deals in place. There's some really good rates here, guys. So again, please do reach out. There's a lot to take advantage of here, and with little effort from yourselves. So please use and abuse us. We're here to help you and here to save you money. On that point, I'll hand back over to Brian. Thank you.
Thanks. Give you a little preview of some of the things that we're working on going forward. As our collection of deals with preferred vendors has gotten larger and broader, we're getting to the point where we can find for you all the vendors that you might need. So we're moving towards being able to give a new franchisee a set of, here's all the vendors that you're likely to need, here's all the key vendors, here's how you sign up with them, and have confidence that these are good prices so that they can get up and running faster, focus on the rest of their business, knowing that they got that piece of the business covered. So we're real close on that, and you'll see more of that as we roll into early 2021. One of the things you're going to see in December, we're going to roll out the corporate apparel store. So here shortly, we're going to have Authority Brands apparel, and very soon we will have other logo wear that's appropriate for your brand. So look for that mid-December, and more information on that to come as well. So we've given you a preview of the things that we can do for you, some of them, not everything. And we are expanding. We are growing and we're adding more brands, we're adding more vendors. We are very interested in knowing more about what you need. What are the areas where we might be able to help you that we're not yet? And we're not going to be able to tackle everything all at once, and we're going to prioritize things so that we're working on the things that have the most impact to the most number of franchisees. But by all means, reach out to us and say, hey, we really need some help working on this type of relationship or these things, or we've got this idea for this private branded product. What do you think? We're here to support you. We're here to help you make more money. And here you've got the contact information for us. By all means, reach out to us anytime. And I think we've got a little bit of time. We're happy to take questions from you right now. Reach out on the chat function, and we will answer what we can for you. Somebody's got to have a question. We got to have something. Well, if there's not any questions right now, feel free to reach out to us individually and directly, and we will help you however we can. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks
Oh,
like
hold on.
Oh.
How does it work if the brand has a preferred vendor that integrates with their system?
depends on the specifics on that. Depends on who the vendor is, how we might be using them in other areas. Give us a buzz, send us an email, and we can talk through that specific one and see if we can help you with that.
I think in this case it's from Jennifer, JR at HomeWatch. Completely understand where you're coming from, JR. Every brand is different. Obviously, there are non-core vendors that can go across multi-brands. But in the instance where, again, this comes back to us developing that core range of vendors per brand as well, which will start kicking off in Q1 2021. With this, I think that will be part of that transition program to ensure that we don't offer competitors against the ones that you're integrating with your system. But yeah, we'll work with you to determine the parameters of each preferred vendor pool per brand.
So another question, which email is best to evaluate several areas?
support@4buymax.com will probably be the main easiest point of contact, and then we'll include any member of the team as necessary for what you're looking for.
If there's any additional questions, please list them on chat. I'm more than happy to ask them on your behalf.
All right, that looks like that's it for now. Thanks for your time, everybody. We look forward to meeting you in person and working with you over the coming weeks and months. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.